Okay, I'm gonna do a little video on my Incognito Atari 800, just to show how I have it hooked up with Spartados here. Because it took me a little time to figure out. It was not completely obvious, but maybe it is to everyone else. I think first little trick is this sitting here, and this turns on hard disk, and I have the config.sys on drive 2, which I think is useful, so that way, so I can mount that'll allow Spartados to load its OS, its startup scripts from drive 2 rather than drive 1. Because drive 1 you want basic for games. And then here I have on this page here I have this like a.atr, which when I reboot it disconnects this. So every time I reboot this, tragically, I have to reattach that. But usually I do that by pressing Control 2, and that puts a.atr on drive 2. You get here by pressing Atari key, then reset. Then also here, you'll hear to boot Spartados from sideloader, and I'll come back. Let's see if it acts sensibly here. Let's go through some startup scripts here. I have so on this A drive, on this a.atr, which is drive 2 here, because or not FLS, FL, FLD. FLD shows my drives, but D2 is mounted by Incognito, not by Fujinet, so it doesn't show up here. But those are the other drives I have mounted on Fujinet, and those are like boot1.atr is a drive I have that I can share with Altira on a local TNF server. It's also on a mounted file share. So basically I mount my file share and then I can touch that file from Altira, or I can boot it here. I don't know what happens if I touch them both at the same time. I think it's very bad to do that, but I've tried to be careful not to do anything bad where it like goes to both at the same time. And Toolkit is part of Spartados. It just came out. It has like a bunch of utilities and stuff like that. Basically it's pretty essential. And it also takes some time to figure out like what is what. There's a lot of weird stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff that is potentially useful. And oh, I see firmware. Oh, and I was updating my that drive 5. I was just updating my Incognito firmware recently. I was putting the new version of Spartados in Incognito. Let me look at my autoexec. So these are all the Fujinet utilities plus config.com, which is useful. So like I can run the config. I can run the Fujinet config this way, and it comes up this way, and like just reboot stuff here this way. Let me go back. Unfortunately, it's not super fast, but it works. I mean, what can I say? It's a super old computer. So yeah, I get to Fujinet from the command line. With that config, that was the trick, is copying that config in here. I have a path set. That path allows me to have utilities both on this a.atr or on the cartridge. And rc.gra and con, those have to do with the like this software 80 column mode, which is actually, it's sometimes 40 is not enough. It's 3 pixel fonts, which are actually, it's kind of okay. Sometimes like it's maddening to look at text at 40 column, and sometimes like 80 is a little bit nicer. So like here, like they just added this new editor, so you can look at these files from you can look at these files in 80 column mode, which actually makes it a lot nicer. And it's for like monkeying with little batch files like this. So I don't know why that top line is white like that. I think this thing is a work in progress. I mean, it works good enough, but there's a few little quirks still, I would say. Let's see what else have I got here. Yeah, let me do. I could do some. If what is it? F info. Oh, FL host. That's the other one I've been like looking at. This I can look at what is mounted where. Um, I think I have like, let's see, here I have last word on here, so I can run a last word here. I'm not sure if I can run it from 80 column or not. I'm gonna try it here and see what happens. Yeah, it seems to kind of work. Seems to know what's going on. Yep, and there I go. I'm in the latest thing for 8-bit word processing. You can write your novel here on your Atari, but you know if you store your files on your Atari, there's no way. No, I think your security is assured because there's no way someone's going to hack into your Atari 800 as long as you put it on a local drive. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, I did this. Also have I have BobTerm on here too, actually. And I made I made a little BobTerm batch file, and this took me a while to figure out. To start a batch file in Spartados, you start with a minus sign, and I don't know where that is in the manual, but somebody posted that somewhere, and I saw it. Oh, I think the COM driver didn't get installed. The COM driver is a little squirrely here. Yeah, let me see. So I'm gonna reset Fujinet. I'm gonna do see if that's good enough. Sometimes that just works. Oh, that was good enough. Yeah, that worked. So then I go um, BobTerm. It's already installed. It's harmless. It doesn't try to load them more than once. Here we go. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'll try dryling somebody here. I just set all this up here. For me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at 9600 baud. For me, it was working better at 4800. Not sure why. There we go. Ooh, now I'm on the Alcatraz BBS. Ooh. I don't think anything's happening here, but we can see here. And then, oh, there are new messages here. Let me see. Oh no, I think it's like all new messages are new here. So what does it get out of here? Let me get out of here. There you go. I've proved that you can go out of there. Let's see. Exit bases. It's exit then G to get out of there for sure. So there you go. So I can do that. And I can go here. Then I can go quit. I go back here, and then here I am. I'm back in Spartados. I can also go. See, I think I do basic. Let's see, I'll do a little basic programming here. Oh well, how about this? dr.7 pl.0, 30 dr dot. I said dr dot draw 2. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, I know. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's our line. It's a little interesting here. Actually, I could go back out to DOS. That just basically stays in this little window in DOS. I'm not sure how I don't think that's very useful, but actually I can go to back to basic, and my program is still there, which is pretty handy. So that's actually kind of useful. Let's see what else. Oh, I have IceT on here. Let's try running that. I have I don't know. I think the main interesting thing about IceT is the CPM. It's like, yeah, for me actually, BPSs were really more a PC thing. So it's like I don't have super nostalgia about Atari on BPSs. I did do it a little bit, but not a lot. Here we go. There we go. We can do a little bit of see if I can get to baud rate 9600. The Fujinet asks a little weird when you come back from CPM. There we go. Now I got my. Now I'm back in 8-bit CPM, Z80 CPM, thanks to Tom Cherry Holmes and his genius here and his generous time he has spent on this. I just find this oddly amusing, actually. Let's see what I forget where it is. Let's see, user 7. Let's see if there's anything interesting on here. User, I don't know, what is, oops, user 8. I never even used, I have no, I have no, I have no, I have no nostalgia for CPM really. I saw articles of it. I don't run any of those because I'm not sure if I can quit them or not. Actually, I think I have to reboot the system anyway here. I have no because I saw this in magazines when I was in college, but the CPM machines, the earliest, the pre like Atari TRS-80 era CPM machines are pretty expensive, and I had an intern position, but I bought the Atari instead. I was more about the games than the S100 bus and Z80 and all that stuff. Let's see. All right, let's see. There we go. There's the excitement of Z80. See F colon. See what's there. I don't know. Oh wait. Let me go back. Let's see. I'm gonna reboot this thing again here. There's a little strangeness. Like, yeah, the Fujinet is not happy after CPM. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna reset it again here. I mean, there we go. I'm back to, let's see if I get it to like come back into to Spartados here. Oh, it's going back here. Yeah, I see. Well, I think I've like, there we go. Basically, I'm pressing Atari reset to reset it. And this is, let's see if my thing is still loaded. Yeah, there, my 8 ATR is still loaded on there. Boot Spartados. See if it still comes back. Well, there you go. I've been kind of monkeying around with this and just like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do anything with it, but it's kind of interesting to see what's been happening. And it's kind of interesting for me just to see Spartados because um, I only had Atari 800 for the longest time. Um, and I was mostly just using it to play games, for decades until I put the Incognito in here, and now I can run this Spartados cartridge version, which is actually kind of nice. It's like it can run quite a bit of software just from the command line here. It seems like the Ataris are pretty together, and it's like there's a lot of like all the games that have been archived and they're runnable as command lines, and there's a lot of nice utils, for Atari. So I think that's enough. I will upload this, and anyone else welcome to comment. Tell me what you think, and if you're interested in maybe if you looking into the getting the either the Incognito or the Fujinet, you can see sort of a little bit what they do together.